Okay, so something big just happened in the AI world. Actually, a few big things all dropped around the same time. April 1st wasn't just another day of April Fool's jokes. It was more like a reality check for the entire AI industry. We've got OpenAI making a surprising shift in strategy, Meta dropping a crazy new tool for generating movie-grade talking characters, and China's top players like Alibaba and DeepSeek battling it out for dominance. So yeah, buckle in, or wait, scratch that. I'm just going to walk you through it all. Let's start with OpenAI. If you've been following them for a while, you know they've always been kind of closed off. I mean, their name literally says open. But for years their models were anything but. Their argument was always about safety, keeping things proprietary, so bad actors can't mess with it. And sure, that made sense when AI was still a mysterious black box for most people. But now things are changing fast. On April 1st, OpenAI announced they're finally working on a more open generative model, something closer to what people have been asking for, especially developers who need transparency and control. Sam Altman, the CEO, actually admitted that this idea had been floating around internally for a long time, but they kept pushing it down the list. Now, though, it's a priority. The reason? Competition, plain and simple. See, open source models like DeepSeek and Meta's Llama have been exploding in popularity. Meta just revealed their Llama models have been downloaded over 1 billion times. That's insane. Developers and even governments are leaning more towards tools they can tweak, customize, and actually understand. The pressure is on, and OpenAI knows they can't just sit back and hope for the best. Now, OpenAI is not going fully open source. Let's be clear. They're going with what's called an open weights model. It's kind of a middle ground. You won't get the source code or the full training data, but you will get access to the model's weights. Those are the trained parameters that make the AI tick. This means developers can fine-tune and adapt the model for their own use cases without having to retrain the whole thing from scratch. For a lot of companies, that's a huge win. It makes integration easier and way cheaper. And if you're wondering how this is different from true open source, well, open source gives you the whole thing. Training methods, data, code, everything. Open weights, just the final product. So yeah, it's more transparent than before, but OpenAI is still keeping a lot behind the curtain. That's not really surprising considering they've always guarded their training data and internal processes closely. Even now with this new direction, don't expect them to just hand over the keys to the kingdom. Now here's the kicker. This move isn't just about playing nice with developers. It's also very strategic. Elon Musk has been calling out OpenAI for a while now, saying they've drifted from their original mission. He even said they're becoming too commercial. And well, he might not be wrong because alongside all this talk about openness, OpenAI is also wrapping up a massive funding round. Like we're talking $40 billion. That's the kind of number that makes startups look like Wall Street juggernauts. The round is being led by Japan's SoftBank, and it'll be the biggest ever for a startup if it goes through. To sweeten the deal for investors, OpenAI has also been showing off some serious firepower. Their new version of GPT-40 now has native image generation. You can give it a prompt or even upload an image and it'll either enhance it or generate something entirely new. No more relying on external models like Dahlia. It's all built in now. Altman showed it off during a live stream, and apparently it was so popular that the servers literally started overheating from GPU strain. That's not a metaphor. They actually had issues with hardware getting too hot. Now, one of the coolest parts of this new model is how it handles images. It can generate visuals with 10 to 20 distinct objects and even prints text inside images with way more accuracy than before. That used to be a huge problem. People on Hacker News were already pointing out how bad earlier versions were at rendering readable text, but now it's a lot better. It's still not perfect, especially when it comes to non-Latin scripts, but it's a noticeable step forward. All these images will also come with C2PA tags, which means you'll know they were made by AI. That's a growing standard now, and honestly, it's probably necessary at this point. There are also content safeguards in place, although OpenAI will now allow images of public figures as long as they followed the rules. Now, while OpenAI is doing all this kind of loosening up a bit, Meta is taking things to a whole new level with something that sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie. They just unveiled Mocha. And no, it's not a drink. Mocha stands for movie character, and it's their latest model that can generate full-body talking characters just from text and audio. And we're not talking basic avatars here. This thing creates full-body motion, facial expressions, gestures, even cinematic camera angles. It's like having your own animated actor fully driven by AI. Actually, this is the perfect time to mention something we're working on. It's totally free, but access is limited. So if you're interested, just hit the link in the description, drop your email, and you'll be first in line when it goes live. Oh, and you'll also get access to our upcoming weekly AI newsletter, so you can stay in the loop even if you miss a video. Alright, back to Mocha. The model was built in collaboration with the University of Waterloo, and it works without needing any reference images, skeletons, or key play-ins. You just feed it a script and a voice, and boom, you've got a short animated clip in 720p running at 24 frames per second up to 5.3 seconds long. And yeah, you can generate full conversations between multiple characters. It's literally the first model that can do that. Turn-based dialogues, character tags, everything. Under the hood, Mocha is built on a diffusion transformer architecture. It's basically the cutting edge right now. It uses speech embeddings from WavuVec 2 and text conditioning via cross-attention to sync everything up. There's also a custom benchmark called Mocha Bench that Meta built just to evaluate this thing. In tests, it beat out existing tools like SadTalker and Halo 3 in lip sync accuracy, facial realism, and just overall natural motion. So yeah, Meta isn't playing around. Between Mocha and the success of Llama, they're doubling down on being the leader in open and expressive AI. And then we've got China. The AI scene over there is heating up like never before. DeepSeek came out swinging earlier this year with their V3 model, and the West felt it. What made V3 so disruptive is that it was way cheaper to develop than most Western models, and it didn't sacrifice performance. That shook a lot of people, especially big companies in China like Alibaba. Now Alibaba is firing back. According to Bloomberg, they're getting ready to launch Qin 3, their next flagship model, sometime this month. The timing is still a bit fuzzy, but insiders say it could drop any day now. And it makes sense because just a couple of months ago, they released Qin 2.5 Max literally on the first day of Lunar New Year. That's a big holiday in China. People are usually off with their families. So releasing a major model that day, that just shows how serious the competition has become. It wasn't about convenience. It was about showing they're not backing down. DeepSeek's influence can't be underestimated, and they've also been accelerating the release of their next model, the successor to R1. Their goal is to get it out before May, and if it's anything like V3, it could once again shift the balance of power in the global AI race. So here's where we're at right now. OpenAI is trying to walk the line between safety and openness, rolling out this open weight strategy while chasing $40 billion in funding. Meta is all in on expressive AI, making tools like Mocha that could completely change digital filmmaking. And China, they're not slowing down at all. With DeepSeek setting the pace and Alibaba scrambling to keep up, the global AI battlefield is getting a lot more crowded. So, yeah, don't blink. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.